I wanted to be outside.
We've been here for about 7 years. It's not brand new. Yeah.
All right, 1 minute warning.
Don't turn up. You can ring it out.
Yeah, when they're all recorded. All right, please come have a seat. You guys are welcome to join us if you want. Thank you for joining us this evening at Rotary After Hours Club meeting. Tonight is actually one of the most favorite events of the whole year. We are doing Vocationals. So thanks for joining us. My name is Phil. I'm the president this year for Rotary After Hours. For those who do not know, these meetings are recorded. So if you don't want your face seen, don't come. Please stand as you are able for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
It's a sound. Sounds like music.
There is music on.
Oh, that's. Yeah. Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Stop.
there you go.
Okay.
There.
Like, that's gonna drive me crazy.
And for those who are making announcements, please come up here so people can see you on, or those who are on the live stream. And we have a microphone, so you can now be heard without any strain. Welcome to those joining us virtually. Who's online?
Dean.
Hello, Dean. And welcome to our guests and visiting Rotarians.
Guys.
So we got quite a few visitors tonight. We got a couple visiting Rotarians. When I say your name, if you could just wave and then say where you're from originally. So we got Candace
Celeste.
Telestash.
There you go.
Nice. And then where
I'm
you
from
from?
downtown Rotary.
Oh, nice. Then Luke Clift. Welcome. And then we got a few guests. Riley Reinhardt.
First of all,
Nice. Fitz Wager.
yeah, great.
Nice. Zeke Sanders.
Oh, lacrosse Logan.
Nice. Pete. There we go, Pete. And then Olivia Sa. Say, shoot. Well, thank you all for joining tonight. I hope you enjoy these presentations. They're a blast. I like them. Thank you. Thank you, Neil. And for happy birthday, March 2nd, Rotary After Hours turned 13. So congratulations to us. The awesome 13 years, great people. March 10th, Kristen Swartz. March 20th coming up, Lori Francis. And we have a special one coming up in a couple of weeks. Happy birthday, Ida, March 23rd. And we have a surprise for you.
Sorry.
Take your time, we'll move forward. March RAH anniversaries, 13 years, charter members, Aaron, Danielle, Johnny, Justin, Lori, Ryan, Shane. And Ben Addington, 10 years, Dustin Lukey, 8 years, Marissa, 8 years, Brianna Bohm, 5 years, and Olga, 1 year. Congratulations to all of you this month. Charter members are still active. Justin, Shane, Aaron, Lori, Danny, Ryan, and Johnny. Get to see their faces. Nice child, Ryan. Great picture.
Much bigger than I.
What's bigger? How much?
He's 6 years old.
6 years old, okay. All right, we wanna wait for that? You can talk about it, I guess. So, yeah, we're gonna try something different this evening. Step one, we're gonna have to create more hope in the community with a beer bike brigade bingo, in April 3rd. We're gonna get $500 for volunteering for the organization. So you're gonna help decide, where will this money go into the community for nonprofits or other organizations? So you're gonna divide into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables. And then online,
Just tell him he can go make a old fashioned for himself.
what'd you say?
Just tell him he can go make an old fashioned, and by the time he gets done, he'll be ready.
Okay. So you're gonna break into the 5 tables, I guess that'll work. And within your tables, you have 6 minutes to work together to discuss and come to an agreement on the following question. You ready? Which one local nonprofit organization should we help support and pay it forward with the $500 from the Bike Brigade Bingo Nights? You'll have 6 minutes and you're gonna come to a consensus and write it on your slip, a piece of paper.
Which people look for Shark Tank.
You're gonna get there. And then we, at the end of the meeting, we're gonna vote on cahoots and decide where the money will go.
Did you say that it doesn't have to be?
That's right, thank you. It does not have to be on your piece of paper in front of you. You do not have, it does not have to be one of those organizations. You can discuss another one. You get to choose one for your table.
They might want to split up. You guys might, if you have 6, 3, Sam, you join us, or Ian, come here. You have 4,
So it's an even vote.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, am I like right now? We got 4, you want me to go around 4?
All right.
We're good.
And go ahead.
Okay, yes, that's fine. No.
We care if I just keep cropping them out.
No. You wanna be.
No. Dan, I make
Like
up
these.
time. I do. I don't know what that is. I mean,
Well.
I don't know what that is.
But it's, I mean, it's.
They get a lot of
Yeah.
things, right?
Yeah.
All volunteers.
I like Salvation Army. You know, favorite Jenny?
Is that well? Is it the Human Society or the Human? I don't know much about this.
Would be there.
What we like? No. We do a lot.
Outdoor recreation.
But we did that essentially up for money anyway, so probably not. This seems very specific. No, the greenhouse. No.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, I don't know. We've done a lot. Okay, I eliminated a lot. So,
You don't?
One of those things like. I don't think I get to know.
I'm a fan of that.
New Horizons, like.
I mean, I like dogs, but I don't like cats.
That, you know. So maybe it's part of. They do also. But it doesn't have to be.
I'm so glad you said it was fun. Okay. If we just.
But Danny, you said New Horizons, it's bikers.
Yeah, I agree.
They like go in to.
What do you think that
They have to say, feel like.
Correct, you're right.
They did a lot of that. Like that. What are they gonna do?
I don't think we know any of them. are gonna do
One of the quarters that nobody else can come in, chicken communities, and all. I mean, do you know what New Horizons does?
I've definitely heard of it.
I've definitely heard the name. It's usually a shelter. And.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of cool.
My mom knows it. I think they're fine, yeah.
You donated.
We have consensus on.
Okay.
I read them.
I think it.
I feel like they get a lot of that, and I don't serve them.
Right.
I mean, I heard. Right. Right. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, we're good. Go green. We crushed it.
I guess.
Do we like?
Thank God I don't like cats.
Poor dog, you might starve.
Yes.
I mean, it's fine.
Let's do overnight.
There you go, like
That's
that.
exciting. All 5 different.
Really? I like when people are interesting.
All right,
The thing is, we don't need that.
so
Oh, I don't like sharing.
thank you so much for participating in that. From the strategic planning, what we heard from a lot of people is that you would like to have a voice, a bigger voice in making decisions and so on. So this is we're trying something new. So there's gonna be a learning curve for how to do different things. So thank you so much. And you will hear at the end who won. Or we're gonna vote at the end actually for who choose from these 5 tables. So, we're gonna wait for Ashley. I heard the click. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Oh, very good. Get a picture with a little bit here. It's hard to walk. All right.
And we have a report for you, we did that for the start, we decided to give you cash. That would be the most valuable. And I have more cupcakes, so I will come around and.
There'll be more cupcakes for everyone. All right, congratulations with a happy birthday, 18? In 2 weeks, 17 in 2 weeks, okay. Wow, yeah. Neil. Where'd you go? Okay, you got pizza in your mouth. All right. So we got our main membership recruitment event coming up on March 26th. You'll put the mic at your mouth. And we're having Tom Thibodeau speak to us. So he's coming in. Tom Thibodeau is a great speaker. And he's a very motivational one. And he's gonna just touch on the aspects of why Rotary is a great fit for people. And what it brings to communities and how it can help benefit you in your personal lives. So if you can please bring a guest at one of these, at this event, that'd be great. I think it would help. In order for our club to thrive, we need new members. We need to bring in new ideas and increase our numbers so we can have a greater impact in the community and world. So I just really challenge you guys to bring the guests for this event. And hopefully we get a couple new members out of it. So it should be a great night. We have food. And then presentation starts at 5:30 and it will go to 8 o'clock at night. And it's at the Hatchery, right down by Riverside Park.
You can register online.
And please register online. Right now, I think we're around 27 or 29 people. So please keep on registering, and if you show up the night up and didn't register, don't worry. You're still welcome to join.
And if you do bring somebody new, what do you get?
If you bring someone new, you get a t-shirt, or if you attend more than one of the March membership events, which tonight is considered as one. The volunteering at the greenhouse event, we have Bill Day coming up, I'm sure that's coming up on the slides, and then the beer bike brigade bingo too also comes up, and pints for polio too as well, which is the beginning of April. I don't know the exact date. Beginning of April, pints for polio.
Oh, 4th.
April 4th. So if you could please come to either one of those, that'd be great. And we're gonna announce the shirt. Yes, so something different this year as well, because the event at the hatchery is one of the biggest events in March, and that is our main drive for membership month. How awesome would it be to actually announce the winner at the membership night at that evening and create more excitement? So stay tuned. You will find out much more that evening. So I know for everybody who's been here in the past, I know it's harder to wait that much longer. So please bring somebody with you and share in this excitement for that evening. Of course, TriCon's coming up in April. We've talked a lot about that, 18th to the 20th. Somebody please join me. Anybody else going? Maybe? Anybody else? TriCon. In Green Bay, 18th to the 20th.
What is TriCon?
Oh, TriCon is where the 3 different districts come together and have all their business meetings and different presentations. It's to get more people excited for Rotary, and there'll be a lot of great, breakout sessions, etc., and a lot of food. So if you can come, please make sure that you sign up beforehand and let me know. Elections, Stephanie, anything?
Just let them know that the email.
Stephanie said to let you guys know that we will be meeting with those who have been nominated and accepted the nomination to talk about the position that you were nominated for. And then we will have you talk about more about the election process with you. So please keep an eye on your email and your phones. Raw sweatshirt time, $35 each, cash, check, or PayPal. You can scan the QR code and order your sweatshirt. And please note that the flowers will not be inside the sweatshirt. So there you have it. They look really nice. Thank you, Chris. All right, so before we do vocationals, announcements. It's not, oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. Announcements, we have March 23rd, Saturday in a couple of weeks. We have our greenhouse build day at Northside Elementary. We finally get to put up the Shark Tank winning greenhouse from last year. It's gonna be fun. Want to say more, Bradley? I think you do with yourself.
So March 23rd, get your hard hats or your bump hats or just a hat, bring along some gloves and some safety glasses if you have them. And come up March 23rd and do our greenhouse build because we're excited. We're gonna build a greenhouse. It's 16 by 42, it's a monster. So we're gonna really make this, take my picture, okay. But Northside Elementary, we're gonna build a greenhouse in there. Vestibule, or what do you call that area inside the courtyard inside the school, it's gonna be really nice.
Yeah.
But just to show you that we're gonna have tools and we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yes.
Oh, it starts at 8 AM, we have 2 shifts, 8 to noon and then noon to 4.
And if you're on the second shift, we must be out of the building at 4. So more like 3:30 and then cleaning up so we can be out. Guys, there are so many kids right now that are so excited. They've been sending emails and pictures. And they're looking so forward to this greenhouse being done. And it's hopefully completed right before they have their plant sale. Which last year they raised over $8,000. Yeah, so we have an impact on the north side where there is a food desert. So you all heard that stuff beforehand, but so please, if you can sign up, if you can work over here. And then there's gonna be hopefully some parents and teachers there as well, helping and volunteering. And we also have some young guests, Logan High School, come on up.
So my name is Zeke Sanders, I'm from across Logan and I'm a senior this year.
My name is Lucy. I'm also from Logan. I'm a junior. We're here today to talk about our Good Friday food drive that we're putting on with the high school interact clubs. It's very similar to the iFeed food drive, but we're not doing the packing food. But it's just a food drive on March 29th, sorry, at Valley View Mall.
Good Friday.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be 6 schools there. We have us from Logan, there's gonna be Central, Aquinas, Holman, Salem, and then Onalaska will also be there. And I think it's a great way to get food to those families that really need it.
Yeah, all the food that we collect is going to the Hunger Task Force. So we had, is it divided into 2 shifts? We're going from 10 to 4, and there's 2 shifts within it. I don't know the specific times though for that.
And I think that's all we have for the iFeed.
Awesome job, thanks. Logan Interact Club. Great to have you here. So we will jump right into our vocationals. Amy.
Hello, I'm Amy. There you go. Like how it's done. What? It's done. It's good. Amy Schmidt. So, this is my cute childhood photos. I'm gonna apologize for all the photos. This was a really fun time to go through all my photos over the weekend. So, I grew up in La Crosse, originally grew up on French Island, and when I was 10, we moved up to, up on the bluff where my parents built a house on my dad's family land. So I grew up with my aunts and cousins, we call it the compound, so everyone surrounded me, so that was fun. My family makes a joke that they moved a city girl onto a farm. I am not involved in the farm at all. So I used to like bring all my friends down there and brag like, oh, we got the cows and ponies and no, not interested. So if you wanna see cows and ponies, feel free to come to my parents' house. We have like 6 cows right now, 6 baby cows. My family, so my mom is Nancy, my dad is George, and my brother Greg, he's 4 years older than me. Greg is married to his wife Ashley, and my 2 nephews, Remington and Ruben. Remington is 5 and Ruben is 1. So I have to show you the photos of them, of course. So yeah, they're fun. They're wild little boys, but I can't forget Lucy. He is my parents' dog. My parents never let us have a dog growing up, and the minute I left for college, they brought a dog to come visit me at college. So, my mom, I still give them credit for that, but I love Lucy now, so she's great. More about me, I love to travel, so here's a few photos. I'll talk a little bit more, but I've been in school for the past 2 years, so I have not traveled for 2 years and I'm missing that. So, Florida is one of my favorite places. My parents had a house down there, but Hurricane Ian, the last one, whatever the last one was, took out their house, so we no longer have a place there, but they still have friends that live there. I love to adventure, just try new places out. So last summer I went strawberry picking, that was a blast. Kayaking, when I was in Florida, we went, whatever that's called. I go, they go. Parasailing, yes, that was a blast. We have about a video of the whole thing. And we watched it, it was hilarious, just, what do you say when you're in the air? So we were like singing and just talking crap the whole time, so that was fun. And I love to read, so, when I am done with school, hopefully I will read some more. So, more on adventures, so my aunt Jenny, who's in the cleanup photo, we just get on the road and we go wherever the road takes us. So that's one of the most fun things we do. We just adventure new towns and we don't say no. We just go wherever we wanna go, let's try that place right there. So that is something I really look forward to. That's how we found a sunflower field, randomly. I love the fall, so I love going to the apple orchard. And then my cousins there, those are the cousins I grew up with. So yeah. I also love to play games, plants, and my new thing. I'm trying to keep them alive as much as possible. I'll just keep buying new ones when they die. So, another fun fact is I love to organize. So I was doing that for a side job until I just kind of did my own thing, had people hire me until I went to school, and I'm hoping to start that again when I graduate. I also I love markets, like small business markets, so I go to every single one in the area. It's pretty ridiculous. But I was able to work for my friends at Woodware for 2 markets, so those are some photos of that. It's better to work at a market than just spend all your money, so. I love supporting local businesses, so that's one thing when we go on our adventures, we go find all the small restaurants and businesses and we try to support small businesses. Education, I have a degree in social work. I graduated from Winona State University in 2015. While in school, I also had a minor in women and gender study. I went on a travel study, a women and gender study, yeah. And then I went on a travel study to St. Croix, Virgin Islands for 17 days and worked at a domestic violence shelter. And then I also was very involved in different events of like Taking Back the Night and just different education events about sexual assault and domestic violence in the Winona community. And then my junior year, which was the most life-changing for me, is I joined Phi Theta Chi sorority. I wish I did that my freshman year, but it was one of the best experiences through college. I am back in school for a master's of clinical social work, graduate April 27th, 6 weeks, counting down. Graduation party will be coming out, definitely celebrating, and my parents, so you can see the baby cows. Employment, I work at Monroe County Human Services. I began my career with Monroe County in 2015 as a child protection social worker. Did that for 3 years, very long 3 years. And I transferred over to a behavioral health unit in 2018. And I'm currently a community comprehensive service, community services social worker. That's just basically, I provide, outpatient mental health services to children and adults. So I help connect them with services in the area, and then I help support them throughout that. So it's a very rewarding job. My goal after work is to hopefully stay within Monroe County, but make my way up to like doing program development and supervision and stuff like that. I could become a therapist. That's what I tell people, like, what are you gonna do with that degree? I could become a therapist. I'm not interested in that, but other things. My Rotary story. So I've been in a Rotary After Hours for 5 years. I grew up in Rotary. My mom has been an active member of Valley View Rotary since I was a child. I will admit, I strongly disliked Rotary as a child because I was forced to go to everything. We also hosted multiple exchange students. I was a brat, I will admit that, and it wasn't a fun time for me because I was a brat and I'm out of my mom's dungeon. So, but I met great, wonderful people and I'm still in contact with them. So, after college, my mom was the reason I joined Rotary After Hours. She very much urged me, pushed me, and I attended an event. I was very welcomed, and now I've just been here. It's been great, and I really look forward to everything that Rotary After Hours does. So, I've had great opportunities. So I was able to be part of the Good Fight van for the first Shark Tank. That opened a lot of different doors for me. I was on the Good Fight board for a while, met some really great people. I was also on the secretary line years ago, it feels like, on the board, so that was a fun experience. And just really, that gave me the opportunity to meet so many people and really like get to know everybody in the club. So highly recommend doing that at some point. Don't want to forget, I am the club's mascot. I'm the Grinch, so now you all know me. And then I am also Sharky, so I know you all know who's behind the costumes. That has been a blast. You really don't know who, when people don't know who is under that mask, you can do whatever you want to do, no one knows. So, when I put the costume on at work, and it was a little more embarrassing because people knew it was me under it, so I didn't be the full Grinch, but. And in the first picture, as you saw with one of my nephews, I went to the daycare and was the Grinch. That was funny. He was the only baby in there, he wasn't scared, and I took the mask off, he was really confused on how that happened. The ones screamed and cried, I felt like I tortured them. The toddlers, some of them liked me, and then the preschoolers, they are nosy. They were asking me 101 questions, some of them were like, I can see that, I can see their neck, it's not the real Grinch. I'm like, shh, shut up. So, that was fun. So Ryan Rotary After Hours, it's all about the service. When I was in college, I did a lot of volunteering within the community, and I really enjoyed that. So as much as my mom pushed me to be, I would say that in Rotary After Hours, but I really enjoyed it, that this is just where I feel like I belong, and I really get to match my values of being, I'm a social worker, I'm helping all day, but Rotary After Hours gives me that different opportunity where hands-on helping the community, don't have to worry about professional boundaries, and just really get to do that stuff. So here's some fun pictures. I really enjoyed the Alpaca breakfast, Habitat home. I found something in a wall, so that was exciting. So some things there. Bartending is always a blast. I never knew. I still suck at pouring a beer, but I learned. Wrapping gifts. I put a bow on every single gift rewrapped. Sorry, Justin, for all the glitter in the office afterwards, but so it's all about just giving back and really fills my cup. It gives back and impacts the community. I also love about Rotary After Hours is that, oh my gosh, okay, that you can really like pitch what you want to do in the club, and really the club just runs with it. If you have an interest, you can really pitch that out and you can go with that. So that's been a blast. Another reason is friendships. I have made so many great friendships, lifelong friendships here. So that has been one of the best parts of Rotary After Hours. You meet so many people with the same values. So yeah, fun photos throughout the years. Also, I've never run a raffle in my life until the home in auction, and I was so giddy, so that's a picture of that. Thank you.
Very good, very good.
Any questions? Yeah,
Where are you going to travel first when you're done?
I am planning on Jamaica again for the third time. My aunt will go, so it'll be cheaper, you know, if I go with someone. I'm a social worker. I don't got money to travel, so I'm gonna find a cheaper.
So what creates this calling inside of you to be a social worker or a therapist?
My mom said I always wanted to help people, so when I was a kid, I was always bringing the kids that needed a family home and really just trying to help. I had an experience as a young child, not a young child, as a teenager, I was a very naughty teenager. And I had some experience in some life events that occurred that I had contact with social workers, and that really hit me that this is what I want to do.
Great, thank
Those
you.
would be things.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. It's so awesome. This is one of my favorite nights because you get to hear more about people and their history, their past, and what creates drive in them and excitement, but also helps me and hopefully a lot of you to realize more of what makes us more like-minded and want to serve the community. So thank you, Amy. Great job. And Justin.
All right, so Justin Garvey, so I am the chartering president of this club, so a little bit of my story will be about that, but also pre-Rotary, so the obligatory child photos, baby photos, definitely a child of the 80s, sweet Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt, but I was born in Green Bay, Wisconsin, attended Freedom High School, and then came to UWL, so that's how I ended up in lacrosse. I moved back to Green Bay for less than a year, and then returned to lacrosse where I previously worked, and then have been here since. So I never really planned on staying in lacrosse, I just got a job offer and came back and liked it enough, liked it a lot, stuck around. And I love it here. So 2010 to 2012, so the forming of Rotary afterwards. So after I came back to lacrosse, I was gone long enough that all of my friends from college were gone. So I didn't really know anybody. And if anybody has experienced UWL as a student and as a young professional, they're drastically different experiences. There's things that I'd never even done as a college student that I'm so shocked that I didn't even know about, like all the cool things like the trails and everything. You're just downtown as a college student, so not really enjoying lacrosse in the same way. But I wanted to meet young professionals. So there wasn't any young professional groups at the time. There are now, there are a few, but at the time there wasn't anything. So I did learn about Rotary, but anybody who's been to Rotary, well, downtown Rotary, the average age is much older than this Rotary Club. But 14 years ago, it was even older still. Average age was probably like 60, I don't know, much different experience. So I went to a few meetings there and not exactly what I was looking for, trying to meet people coming back to the area. But I did learn about an experience or learn about an opportunity from a couple downtown Rotarians about an idea that they had to start a new generation Rotary Club. And basically all the good things about Rotary that we like, but geared more towards young professionals and people who liked to volunteer, spend their time volunteering rather than the downtown club at the time, and maybe a little bit still now is known as more of a check writing club. You know, they're able to donate a lot of money to things, and that's how they make an impact. Now, I mean, there is a lot of volunteering opportunities too, but that was really more their style. So the idea to start a new generation club was floating around, and the
the plan for this club was actually to turn a Rotaract club, which is a college Rotary club, into a new generation Rotary club. So there was like 25 members of this club that the thought was that they could just transition into a new generation Rotary club. But so I was told that they were into this idea, and I was I was recruited to help this process of transitioning this Rotaract club into a full-fledged Rotary club. Well, I went to that club to pitch the idea to them and found out that they had no interest in that. So I had already, and a few other people that were part of this process had already planned to have a Rotary Club meeting every other week on Tuesdays like we do now, but we had no members. So we had like 4 or 5 people, many of which are in that top left photo. I think Ryan is here tonight, right? He's in that photo, but yeah, so some of our chartering members. But basically we had no club, and we had a plan to meet every week and to form a Rotary Club. So we had to start recruiting members from scratch. So every 2 weeks, we basically had to get 25 to 30 people to show up to our meetings. And every 2 weeks, there was a different group of people. So in every one of those meetings that we had maybe 2 or 3 people who were really interested and would eventually go on to be members. But we had to keep basically nonstop recruiting for 9 months until we had a really great group of people, which you can see in the bottom photo there. That's our chartering celebration in 2011. So it took a lot to get it off the ground. I was the president for 2 years. The first year in 2010 when we weren't officially a club yet, and then in 2011. So that's why that's our official chartering date is 2011, but we were actually going for about 9 months before that. So yeah, it was quite the process, but well worth it, and definitely made a lot of good friends in the early years. And since then, putting these photos together, I realized we used to drink a lot more, I guess, as Rotarians. Or maybe that's just me, maybe other people still do that, but yeah, so some familiar faces, people we still see quite a bit at our meetings, a couple here tonight. So in 2013, after starting Rotary, I then started an advertising agency, co-founded Meter Advertising Agency here in La Crosse. So some of our clients are up there, current and past clients. So full service advertising agency means we create commercials and brands and things like that, websites and all sorts of brand components, I guess. So we created the brand Explore La Crosse. You probably see that around a lot. We do all the commercials for Governor's Health System. Done a lot of work for Quick Trip in Western over the years. Recently created the brand for Alaska. We created the brand for the Turbo, so like the new Hawk, new V-Hawk, and then rebranded the college as a whole. So just some of the types of clients we work for. Yeah, so currently we have 20 employees and continuing to grow. So in 2013 also, I had the opportunity to go to Ireland with people that I met in Rotary, so one considering. It's kind of funny, she is in this photo with her husband, but at the time we were dating for how long?
3 months. He sold his he sold his motorcycle so we could go on this trip with us.
Yes. Yes, so like, we had planned the trip before you guys met, right?
Yeah.
And then he got added, like, so you're bringing?
But he was
Yeah, it worked out, but he did all the driving, so Caitlin's laughing because she hated my driving. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, anyway, yeah, the roads are really narrow, it's pretty rough, but. So, yeah, that really speaks to the friendships that I have had the opportunity to gain through Rotary. So the bottom left there is actually, we went to a Rotary meeting in Ireland. I would definitely encourage looking up Rotary clubs when you travel, because there's like kind of a policy, you're not a policy, there's an openness to any, if you say you're in Rotary, they'll welcome you in, they'll help you out, they'll show you around, they'll do whatever. I think a guy offered to pick us up from the airport. I don't think we took him up on it, but.
No, dude, we went
Oh.
tomorrow with him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess you did. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, so definitely. But, the bottom right photo there is actually, while I was there, I was able to find my ancestral home, like where they came from during the famine. So, Danny's husband actually helped that happen because he's a little bit more, outgoing than I am. So I knew the neighborhood, or I guess the street that the house was on. And we were going down the road and he actually just like pulled a guy over and asked him if he knew where the old Garvey house was. And the guy knew, like I was kind of like, don't bother asking anybody, like, and the guy actually knew and showed us right to it. So since then, I've actually had a few of my relatives go check it out. So it's pretty cool that we were able to find that. So in Killaloe, Ireland. The guy that we talked to, he said he was old, he was like in his 80s. He said when he was a kid, people were living in that house. So he was on that street, living there, watching the house go from a place that people lived to that. So, it's kind of interesting. So in 2014, then the next year, I expanded Meter to, me and my business partner expanded Meter to Minneapolis. So there we actually work with a lot of government clients. That's kind of become our niche in the Minneapolis, Minnesota area. So we are the agency of record for Minnesota State Parks and Trails, for Ramsey County, Washington County. We do some work for the city of Minneapolis, and then a few other government organizations up there. What? So in 2019, I met
Now you get two.
I met my wife in Rotary. So yeah, the top photo there was actually our first date, what we consider our first date. We went to lunch once before that, but we don't really consider that a date. So that was actually our first date at Friendsgiving in 2019. So since then, a lot of experiences in Rotary and outside of Rotary. So then in 2022, I brought Caitlin to Ireland. And we got engaged, not, I guess, right above where my ancestors, the house was that we found when we went earlier. So, so it's a very meaningful place for us and, I guess in general, so. So then we actually went back to Ireland again and got married, in 2023. So we had a private ceremony in Ireland and, then we actually, so just the two of us, and then we came back to lacrosse and had a celebration and legal ceremony here. So both of our dogs there in the bottom, right? They only made one photo in the slide deck, which was kind of shocking. I was pretty upset about that, but. And of course, many people from the club were at that celebration last year. A lot of fun. So a lot of lifelong friendships made in Rotary. Some of the best friends that I've had in my adult life have definitely been through this club. So 2024, what's next? So we are pretty excited to share that we are welcoming a new Rotarian to our family. Caitlin is here. Any questions?
That's new with ours.
I know. Congratulations.
What's the due date?
August 23rd.
Okay, we got time for a shower then.
Are there any questions? All right.
Okay.
Oh,
I should just take a picture of him and Caitlin. I will. Caitlin.
Caitlin,
Boy or girl?
boy or girl?
Boy.
Well, thank you so much, both Justin and Amy. It's learned so much more about both of you. That's awesome. Well, we come to the moment. Oh, see, that was supposed to be way back. Creating hope in the world. Let us continue with that. So let's vote. You can take out your phones.
You gonna read it? Sorry.
Uh,
I'll let you read it before I pull it.
Oh, okay. Which one local nonprofit organization would we support and pay it forward? $500. Go to www.kahoot.it. Here are the rules. Everyone in attendance and online can vote once. Plot twist. You can choose any option but the one you selected at your table. So it's a little four-way test, making it fair for all.
Yeah, you just, hold on. It should be on the next tab over. From the one you're on. One of those.
Oh, there we go. 685-8457.
Not letting me vote.
They have to start. Or.
We have one more. No, that's all right, take your time. Everybody here?
Yeah.
You guys all right? You guys remember which one your table picked?
Sure.
Okay, everyone remember it? All right, you guys ready? You know, no. I'll go for it twice. I don't think you can.
You can.
I got it. Got it? Oh.
Yeah. It won't work.
Okay. I think you have like 2 minutes. So. If it works.
You can probably write theirs down, it's just added.
All right, so it's VACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Roll Lacrosse, New Horizons, Canine Companions, and the Lone Cultural Center. Don't vote for purple.
Can't vote for
You can't vote for somebody you're gonna go with. Everybody get their answers in? All right, so, New Horizons. Okay, one more. That would be
One more.
They can vote for the one we put on. Guys. Okay. Now I want to get back to the. Yeah. That's. Yeah, you'll have to turn on the. And it says inside out.
Alright, so everybody, thank you so much for an awesome night. April will bring some other different things as well, so liven things up a little bit, try new things. And please make sure that you play at least we go into a different mode here. If you invite at least 5 to 10 people, you're almost 90% guaranteed to bring at least one person March 26th as a guest to the event. So please do so. So the future of the club is in your hands. And it is so much more exciting when new people show up, bright, shiny faces, and like-minded, and we can have such an impact in this community. And so bring more ideas and more life into the club. So it's awesome to have you guys here from Interact. You guys are welcome anytime, and bring your friends with you, please. So thank you for joining us.
Unknown caller.
On behalf of your membership and public image committee, we've got some Rotary swag. They're on the table. Take a pen, take a chip clip, take the business cards, hand those out to any potential guests, but take one if you want. We will collect what isn't left or is left behind. Thank you.
Thank you. So if you can't, please rise as you were able to a 5-way test. Well, the things we think, say, and do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? And will it be fun? So if you have the sign-up sheet for the build day, please make sure I get it back. Thank you. And grab some cupcakes. Have a good night.